Yay! We are live and I'm here with Susanna Mittermeier. Very excited to be here with you, Susanna. How are you?
Good, Laura. Great to be
Yay.
with you too.
Oh, awesome. So we wanted to come here because, Susanna and I have been having lots of chats as we do, and we wanted to come and share a little bit of the wonderful energy that Susanna shows up with in the world, which is, well, you have so much ease basically with showing up and being you. And we just I just wanted to have a chat with you about that and just give people a little bit of what that energy is for you.
I love that. That's a great question because those things that are so normal to us, we don't even know that that is something different. Like when you said, "Oh, you have so much ease showing up," I'm like, "Do I? I didn't even think about this or consider this." So it's like but it's great to acknowledge, and so it's like how I love that we dive into it right away, like boom.
Of course.
So basically, it's like whatever everybody, you guys listening out there, whatever you have ease with, whatever is like, oh yeah, I don't even think about it. Things that you take for granted are usually the things where you can, if you look at them closer, if you acknowledge them more, these are oftentimes things that if you acknowledge them could lead you to something that's like how you uniquely could create your life and your future. And like when you said, okay, you have ease showing up, I'm like, oh, so what are the elements of the the ease showing up? And the first thing when you said that came into my world was, honestly, I am too lazy to make judgments real. Sometimes I do, but oftentimes I don't. And that's something that really, I grew up in a very judgmental part of the world, which is Austria.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, guys, you guys listen. That's just what it is. And I didn't even know, I didn't even know that was the case. But, when you start to travel, you go, oh, wow, okay, it can be different. Mm-hmm. And so but growing up in a part of the world where judgments are just like, yeah, part of daily life, it's a cool thing because you learn how to deal with them. And you have the choice of, okay, I can cave in, I can make them real, I can make myself less in the how do you say, in the presence of judgments, or I can choose to turn myself up. Mm-hmm. And one of the funny, okay, I got to tell this story. So talking about showing up. So Gary Douglas, the founder of Access, he years ago, in times where we still could travel, he was in Vienna, mm-hmm. Because I think it was a COP he did back in the days in Vienna. And we went to a restaurant at lunch, and it was this really fancy, super highly conservative restaurant. And Mr. Douglas dressed in I think it was even a pink, but not like me, like plain like this. Pink with, I think it was Swarovski stones all mm-hmm. over, like a lot of bling bling, plus cowboy boots.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, that's so funny.
So he walked in like with his cowboy boots, and you can hear them. You cannot miss cowboy boots. So Mr. Douglas walks into the restaurant, cowboy boots, bling bling, with a couple of women in his entourage. And oh my God, like literally the whole restaurant turned to him going, and he said, Susanna, Vienna is quite judgmental, isn't it? And I'm like, yep.
Oh, yes.
Welcome to this town. And yeah. He's like, mm-hmm. So, and it was a really big restaurant. So for us to get to our table, we had to walk across from the start of the restaurant to mm-hmm. the very back of the restaurant. And he like, oh my goodness. It's like, if you guys listen, what would you have done? What would your first reaction have been?
Well, talk about not feeling like you're fitting in, right?
Right. Oh my goodness! Like most
Yeah.
people would have gone, "Oh my God, this is too much. Did I dress up too much? I have to, oh gosh." So, but wait, but Mr. Douglas. Now we have a weird echo. Do we?
No,
No.
you sound good to me.
Okay. So, but that's funny. Great timing for the echo. So, Mr. Douglas, what did he do? He turned it up.
I can just imagine.
Oh, like you totally get the energy, right?
Oh yeah.
And he's like, yeah, world, here I am. You want to judge
Look
me?
at me, bring it on.
And he like turned it up energetically, and then he like his cowboy boots went boom, 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 boom. And then he had all these like we were a couple of ladies, and he helped us into our seats like a true gentleman, and oh my God, like the talk was like you could energetically feel like every single table was talking about us, and he turned it up and we turned it up, and it was so funny. And there was a point where we were being so much, like so outrageously too much, that the whole like people they couldn't catch up anymore.
Yeah.
Like it was like bam, beep, like flat line, and it was just quiet.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
that's what we can be,
That's how you change the world, right? It's like everyone's going about their business, and suddenly Mr. Gary Douglas walks into the room, and everything changes.
Yep, and here we go. I mean, this is something all of us can choose to be, like turning us up in the face of judgments, and realizing that if you go further, there's a point where it's just flat line of judgments. People can't catch up anymore, and it's like, wow, there's a peace and a space of you being you that's incredible. And yeah, so that's truly amazing. Hello, I see you guys now. Sonia, Diva, yay. And some of you are Facebook users, so we can't see your name.
Yeah. And I also notice with you and some other people that have this ease, that there is this lack of the need to be perfect, which for me has always been the thing that I have really tried not to be, but have had the need to be. So can you maybe talk a little bit about that? Like everything you do has to be perfect, even going out on a Facebook Live, all of that sort of thing.
Well, again, like, one is supposed to prepare for example, a Facebook Live or giving a speech or doing anything in public, anything that is could be subject to judgments. One should be prepared. And I'm so sure that most of the creative people like don't even like preparing.
Yeah.
It's not a fun thing to do. So what's first, sometimes it's fun, but for most people, who like, what else is possible, creative, like that's usually not the funnest thing to do. They've learned to make themselves, to force themselves prepared in order to be perfect. But when people ask themselves, okay, is this something that's fun for me to prepare? Most of them would probably go, no, I just want to jump into the situation and go for it.
Well, it's like you and me just before we came on this call, it's like, oh, what are we talking about? Oh, I don't know, let's just go with it. And it's so much more fun because it's like you're following the energy, and it's you're having a laugh, and it doesn't really matter where it goes. It's like, that's where you end up having the most fun, right?
And you said it. It's like that. It's when you don't obsessively prepare and you go, hey, what's required in this moment? What's required with the video that you take? What's required with this Facebook Live that you do, or this speech that you give? If you ask what's required in this moment with this very thing, you will always speak to the energy.
Yeah. And you can't,
thank you. Yeah.
And you can't actually prepare for joy or fun to show up. It is a very natural, very organic thing. And if you're sitting there preparing and, doing it like that, you can't interact with that joy and that energy of fun and being you.
Exactly. And it's like the audience you speak to, people who watch your videos, people who watch your Facebook Live, It's like you in the moment you are aware of what they require to hear, you know.
Yes.
And you can't prepare for that. You might get an awareness before you do a video or Facebook Live or a speech of what people might require. But then when you're actually in the moment, things are probably totally different.
Yeah.
And things are like, oh, okay, so what is actually required? So like, for example, I've done a lot of speeches, keynote speeches for psychiatry conferences, and they always ask you to be prepared with a, what's it called? I don't even know what it's called. The thing that's in the background when you hold a speech, PowerPoint. Yeah, PowerPoint. Right. So they always ask you to have a PowerPoint presentation. So I always have one. But when I get on stage, I usually say, you know what? I have a PowerPoint because they asked me to have one. So we'll have one in the background running, but I'll speak to whatever is required in the moment. And that just lightens up people usually. It's like when you don't try to be perfect, people can actually relate to you. They can engage with you. They go, oh my God, there's no wall in front of you that I have to, like, no image or, you know, perfection. It's like, I actually can engage with you as the being you are, as the person you are, not the image you put in front of you. So that's usually something that when you want to speak in front of people or pull people into whatever you do, it's like the less perfect you are, the more, you know, the more irresistible you are, the more inviting you are.
Yeah. And actually, it's for me, it's always an invitation when I see someone, something goes wrong, or, you know, and people just are going with it.
Yeah.
It's actually really fun and inviting. So it's,
And I love what Sonia is writing. She's writing, when I notice when I prepare, I tend to close my awareness.
Yeah.
It blocks me. I can't play with whatever comes. I don't see, I don't watch, I don't listen, not fun, only rigidity. Brilliant. Exactly. That's such a great awareness to have.
Yeah.
And going, okay, I actually am not present for what is required in a moment when I am prepared or when I that.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I love that. So, so Susanna, then, okay, so if somebody's listening to this and, you know, they want to get out more, they want to show up more, but they have all these, you know, I suppose projections as to what might show up or might not work, whatever. What is do you have like a tool that they can use or something that maybe that you can suggest they do to get kick-started?
So you mean like in general, whenever people go, okay, I want to show up more?
Yeah.
Well, it's usually like realizing the value of one showing up. It's like most people have been so inundated with judgments that they go, okay, the value of me is to hide. The value of me is to be like in the back of the row where nobody sees me. And that's something most of us have learned, you know, especially as weirdos, black sheeps of the families, or, you know, the different ones. But then it's like at some point we can ask a question instead, because it's like always hiding might work because people might judge you less, which they probably don't, but it seems like that. So hiding is like for most people like a wonderful coping strategy. It's like it seems like it works. But then, you know, at some point in your life, you go, okay, I know I'm good at hiding. I know I got a black belt in hiding, and it's actually time for something different. I have no idea how. I don't even know where to start, but I'm going to make the choice to show up. You could start by asking the question of, okay, so, you know, we can do this together, all of you guys listening now and listening later. So you hiding and you keeping on hiding for the next 10 years, what future will this create for our planet? Get the energy of that. Okay, now let that go. You showing up as you, as the difference and the amazingness you are. Truth, what future will that create for our planet in the next 10 years?
Oh, it makes me smile. And now I have an echo. Yeah.
That, and
Mhm.
it's like, and Laura said it so beautifully, like she smiled and her body was showing her the difference in those
Yeah.
two scenarios. Like there was a different energy in hiding and showing up. And if you guys go, oh, I didn't feel anything, it's not about feeling the difference. It's just about, okay, wait a second, is there a lightness to me showing up? Is this
Mhm.
actually a gift to our planet when I stop hiding? And then it becomes easier because you realize, okay, I'm actually a gift when I show up. I'm
Yeah.
actually a contribution when I show up. When I hide, it might be more comfortable, but it's not as much of a gift.
And I'm glad you said that, because I was thinking them in my head just then that, a lot of what maybe stops people is that the doubt that they have of what gift and contribution that they are.
Exactly. It's like that. It's like people have learned to distract themselves with the doubt of, oh, I'm not sure. But then when you ask and when you look through the eyes of the planet or the earth, it's very obvious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you're always going to be a gift to the earth, to the planet, and to a lot of other people. So
yeah.
Cool. So Susanna, you have a class coming up, Right Voice for You.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to just, talk a little bit about that and what that is and how that can contribute to what we've been talking about?
So, Right Voice for You is one of the Access Consciousness specialities, which is about you having your voice in the world, you being you in the world like never before, and like nobody else can be. It's not a class about singing. It's not a class about learning how to sing. It's about accessing your unique voice in the world, you showing up as you, and you having the joy of showing up. And these classes come in various forms. There are 1-day classes, 3-day classes. They don't have any prereqs, and they can be online, they can be live. So it's like this is one of the classes where it becomes very apparent, very clear on what am I choosing right now and what am I not choosing. So it's like when you say, oh, I would like to have more clients, or I would like to have more money. And then you go, oh, universe, what would it take to have more clients? What would it take to have more money? And then you go, everything doesn't allow that. I put in pocket or whatever tool you use. That's beautiful. And when you notice, okay, that doesn't work, it might be because there is a choice you haven't been making.
Mm-hmm.
And in these classes, it becomes very obvious, oh, wow, I haven't chosen this. And then you become very clear on, okay, what points of view do I have here? And are they even mine? Or what could I choose instead? And it's like that choice point. And I usually say it's a class about, it's really getting the tools into action, getting the Access Consciousness tools into action. And it's really amazing what shows up. So I have one person who wrote here, I think it's Sonia. I'm not sure. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that one. Yeah. So it's like, I realized more and more since the Right Voice for You class with Susanna 2019, my presence has changed completely. And someone told it to me only today again. So that was
wow, that's so amazing. That's so awesome.
Yeah. So this is what I hear so many times. Like people do this years ago, and then years later, it still has an effect where people go, okay, I actually get the value of me in the world. And when you do that, it's like and I'm going to say something you shouldn't say online, but it is what it is, It's like when you get the value of you don't take bullshit anymore. You don't let yourself be, gaslighted or distracted by judgments. You go, I know what I know. And if you like me, cool. If you don't like me, cool. It's like, I'm going to do my thing. I know where I'm going. And you have a presence and a commitment that is like just making you like accessing your strongness.
I love that.
So much more.
Oh, thank you for saying it like that. That's it. And it also gives you permission to show up as you, to be you, and to just to have that confidence and trust that however you're showing up in the world is okay, actually.
Yeah. And we see this in other people. We go, oh my God, this person might be seen as weird, but we go, oh my God, that's so interesting. I want to know more about this person because they're so weird. You know, it's like that difference. Difference is irresistible. You go, oh, it puts you in question.
Yeah. Have you ever been called weird, Susanna?
Oh, never. You?
No, never. But it's I have to say I'm very excited to be doing this class with you because, you know, I also know you personally, and I love that joy and that fun that you also have, you know, when you show up in whatever way that is, whether it's, you know, doing a class, whether it's just, I don't know, being you out in the world, you know, being online, whatever that is, you always have that energy. And so I'm really excited to be personally in this one-day class with you. So on the 19th of May, and we will put the link to that if you're interested in coming and joining me with Susanna. I mean, I will be in the class and taking it with Susanna.
So this one, I'm going to actually post a link. So this one is 19 and 20th. It's actually in the Europe evening time.
Yeah.
So it's two
over two evenings, yes.
Yeah, it's 2 evenings. It's like having ease showing up in the world, like 2 evenings. It's a one-day right voice for you class, no prereqs. And, you know, it's like, and it's, you know, what I have a little bit of suspicion of, it's also getting beyond this, everything we're hiding ourselves behind, like whether it's a profession or a job or a relationship, or whatever, you know, we put in front. Okay, I don't, you know, that way I don't have to access myself. So there's a lot of like, it could be a lot of unhiding and unfolding of what you got to offer and who you are. And there's also, I gotta say, there's also the 3-day version that is like, that version is live and online. So we're having a 3-day version as well this summer, the end of July and beginning of
August,
in Switzerland, in Geneva.
Yes.
It's live and online. So this is a different class, you know, it's a 3-day version where, you know, of course we can go deeper, and both are amazing. So you know what you know.
And also, and just before we go, I just want to say also that it's such great timing, right? We're all coming out of the COVID lockdown, you know, beginning to travel, getting out there a little bit more. You know, in some countries, including the UK, it's now legal to hug people again and to meet up with people, which is really exciting.
It's legal.
It is in the news. It's now legal to hug people. So I would say that now is actually a very good and wonderful time to show up. So thank you so much, Susanna, for putting this on now, and I'm very excited. So thank you so much. Yay! Thank you so much. That was amazing. That was so fun. And thank you everybody for joining us and for all those wonderful people listening to this in the future. And you can find Susanna Mittermeier. Have you got a URL that you can share for your...
Here. It's coming.
Yay! SusannaMittermeier.com.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Cool.
There you go, guys.
See you there.
See you soon.
Bye.